Randi Weingarten, the head of the American Federation of Teachers, has accused Donald Trump of attempting to suppress data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that undermines his plan to reopen all the schools in this country in just a few short weeks. And according to all of the available data, including the data Trump is not letting the CDC release, it looks like Ms. Weingarten is 100% correct. Here's what happened. Last week, a report from the CDC was leaked to the New York Times. This 69-page report very clearly lays out the fact that if we are to push forward right now with the reopening of our school systems, we are about to see a massive, massive spike in total number of infections and total number of new cases per day. And of course, as always follows, total numbers of deaths. That is what the CDC is predicting if we go forward with Donald Trump's plan, because Trump has no safety plan in place. Betsy DeVos has no safety plan in place. School districts across the country don't really have safety plans in place. I know, I'm married to a teacher. They get to do their Zoom calls, and I get to hear what they're saying and what they're going to do. It's freaking terrifying, folks. And it's not their fault either. They do not have the tools necessary, the equipment necessary to safely reopen. So please don't take this as me attempting to, go after these school districts. They're doing everything they can, as far as I know from what I have heard. And not just this district, I have heard from other districts and other states. They're doing a lot to help reduce the spread. But it's not enough. They don't have the money. They don't have the supplies. The supplies are already in short supply due to an increase in demand. So they can't get them. And they're out of time. Many school districts in this country go back to school within a month. The county I'm in, the counties that are around me right now, we go back in less than a month. That is not enough time to put those plexiglass partitions in place in classrooms. That is not enough time to make sure that you have enough PPE on hand, not only for the teachers and the administration, but for the students who can't afford it or whose parents cannot find it for them. Schools are being left without the resources they need. Does that sound familiar? Because that's pretty much been the Republican plan for education for decades. Hey, you have to do all these things. Oh, and by the way, we're not going to give you what you need to be able to actually do those things. So then when you fail by design, we're going to call you incompetent. We're going to cut your pay. We're going to talk shit about you every chance we get because we set you up to fail. And then we get to mock you for it. Except this time it's more than just failing test scores. This time it's teeny tiny body bags small enough to hold a kindergartner. Let's be honest, folks. That's what we're talking about here. That's what we're going to be dealing with. That's what we're going to have to talk to our own kids about. Oh, why is little Elizabeth not in your class anymore? Well, let me explain to you about life and death, even though you're a little too young to fully comprehend this. I guess this is a conversation we're going to have right now, even though you're not mentally mature enough to understand it. We have to have these talks. Thanks to Trump and thanks to DeVos. And thanks to the fact that, as Randi Weingarten points out, they're burying this information. The CDC is telling us it is not safe. The CDC is telling us we can't pull this off. But Trump is telling us my election depends on the world looking normal again. So I'm sorry if that means putting your kid at risk or putting you at risk or your teacher at risk or the administration at risk. Sorry, except I'm not sorry because I'll do anything to win re-election. That is Trump's message. And anyone in the educational field, I don't care what state, what city, what county, what district you are in, anyone in education that votes for Trump this year or votes for any Republican who pushed for a reopening without the supplies necessary, you're voting for your own death.